straight out the fire, homie. You know me, reporting live in the fire trap. Higher tax and whatever you never.
Basically, what I'm explaining to everybody is who I am. You know what I mean? The projects, particular projects that I've been working on. A lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? So that way, you know, people know exactly what I do, because there's so many different things, from the fashion to the music or other types of businesses or whatever that I've, you know what I mean, jump-started. So briefly, I'm going to talk about some things, and then we're going to go to some other footage, some interviews, and some other footage later on in the video. Alright? Basically, right now, I have a company called 2020 Vision Entertainment, right? Which basically do marketing, promotions, and management. From the marketing aspect, we do logos, product lines, and design layouts. And what I mean from there is I have a graphic team that we create logos from scratch for whatever business you're dealing with, dealing in entertainment aspect, you know, music for entertainment companies, fashion, you know what I mean, for clothing companies, and product line. What I do is, being that I actually design and sew things, you know what I mean, I can make samples and come up with a whole, either a whole new line, or I can make your current line tighter. And the current projects that I've been working on is, the last ones that I just finished working on is the Team Bartwell from Master Flex or whatever. A business associate approached me of his and asked me to come up with a product line. And basically, this is the Team Bartwell book. This is how I do all my presentations.
Good morning, America. My name is Derek Cradle, educator, entrepreneur, and community activist. I've known RTD for a minute. I mean, this is my people, this is my man, nothing but ambition. We're gonna do some things, he's gonna do some things that are real big. I mean, from working within the community, from putting together a clothing line. I mean, it's official right now. Rhythm and I, we sat down and we spoke, and we really realized that being 30 years of age was a pinnacle in our life, where it was this time where it was just meant to be right now. And that all the things that we're doing and all the dreams that we have, we gotta lay it down. So my man Rhythm, I mean, he's a real guy. He's gonna really do what he has to do to make this dream happen. I'm gonna support him any way I could do it. We're gonna lay down just the clothing line that just sets the design for the mind. You know it, whatever we do, RTD is the man that's gonna really make that happen. So I just wanna holler at him, you know what I'm saying, holler at everybody in America, that when you see this documentary, that you really understand what it really took, you know what I'm saying? A lot of blood, sweat, tears, a lot of long days and long nights, a lot of unreturned phone calls and more phone calls and just mad road trips, you know what I'm saying, up and down the East Coast. Just a major focus, you know what I'm saying, that this is what it had to be. And I mean, it had to be this way, but that's what RTD, you know what I'm saying, he said he was going to do. 1991, the business was established. 2003, we ain't gonna let it die. So this is where the next piece begins, the birth of an empire. This is where it really jumps off, and I just want to be, you know what I'm saying, there with my man, because when I know it gets down to it, we got something major right here in White Plains, New York City, metropolitan area, tri-state area, you know what I'm saying, we got it on lock right now. So Diddy, Russ, you inspired us, you know what I'm saying, you inspired us, and there's no reason why my man RTD can't be, you know what I'm saying, who we need to be, and at the same time make that kind of money. So we're gonna get this money, we're gonna get this fame, we're gonna get this wealth, we're gonna lay it down, man. We're gonna lay it down. Peace. This is the Maybach right here. It's the Maybach right here. See, round around in all kinds of cars, you never know what we pull up in, you know what I'm saying? It's 1993 Honda Accord EX. It was the best in 93. Shoot, what you feeling, you know what I'm saying? So, we don't got the Maybach right now, we ain't got that Phantom right now, we ain't got no Range Rover right now, but guess what? If you don't know, now you know.
Can I help you? What's this about? Rhythm, the designer in White Plains? Oh yeah, that's my man. Yeah, we go back. We go back like almost a decade or more, like back to '91. Yeah, you know, the thing I can say about Rhythm is that he's very focused. You know, I spoke to him 2 months ago, and it's amazing to see that he's still focused. You know, we're going like a decade and some change here, and you know, he got a little discouraged, but he stayed focused, and it's amazing, and it's true what people say. It's like, if your heart is in something, stick with it. Don't let anyone discourage you. You know, he's a little discouraged, but I see that this is where his heart's at, and he's willing to put his whole, what he has on the line for his clothing line, and that's what counts. And another amazing thing that we're talking about him is that I know a couple of buyers that go to FIT and they recruit designers and stuff. And what was amazing for me to hear, like, and this is like almost 10 years later, it's like 2 different buyers, and these are my buddies from way back when, is that his name keeps coming up. As far as, you know, his designs are very crisp right now, and he has newer ideas. You know, he's staying focused on the market right now, and that's a very good thing, and I'm very proud of him. So, you know, when he sees this film, just let him know, his man Money Mike, you know, come holler at your boy.
It's hot right now. Yo, he just ran up on me in the mall, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here trying to sell these phones right now, giving them away for free, but yo, I was checking out the fashions, and yo, it's definitely what's up, you know what I'm saying? Yo, it has a little edge to it, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like these other fashions out here like Sean John and Nietzsche, where all the clothes look the same, and the logo is, you know, you're really just buying a logo, you know? It's a new edge, it's throwing it back a little bit, you know, the clothes is hot, the logo's hot, it's definitely hot, you know what I mean? Come out here, get it, you know what I mean? If you get it, we'll even give you a free cell phone.
Rhythm, you know, back in like '91, you've been in the game 11 years, you know, he first started making clothes and everything, the dress wear. If you've been '90s, you know, he was more urban. He was doing it back, you know, when Carl Canard, Cross Color was out. You know, nowadays you got a lot of fly-by-night cats out here. You know, a lot of artists, you know, they get a little money, get their contract. Now, I ain't hating on that, you know, they got their clothing lines out. Basically all of it, you know, it's basically the same with me. You know, he got that foundation, man, from way back. He's been doing it, you know. Hey, you know what I'm saying? If you didn't know what time it is, man, just recognize him. My man, he's been doing it a long time, and, you know, his stuff is different for everybody else's.
Ahmed, Trey's holding down Winbrook Official. Yo, let me tell you, Rhythm coming at you, you know, official cat, you know what I'm saying? Rhythm wear, look out for it, you know what I'm saying? Been doing it for a long time, I know him for years, you know what I'm saying? He got the wears of the millennium, you know what I'm saying? You better get with him, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you're missing out.
My name is Jerome, better known as Drew. I'm from White Plains. There's a few things I like to tell you people about Rhythm the designer. I have known this brother from day one when he first started. He started out his grind on Lexington Avenue in White Plains with this hot design, the Rhythm. One thing I have to say about the brother, he's a great entrepreneur. He's really striving to become a perfectionist.
I want to tell y'all a real good story right now, so that way y'all understand what the struggle is really all about. It was around 1986, 1987, around that area. You know what I'm saying? We were homeless at one point. You know what I'm saying? We were living at the Coachman Hotel on Post Road. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all probably didn't even know that. We was homeless for about a year, whole family. You know what I'm saying? It was real. We got evicted on some bull, you know what I'm saying? But the whole family got evicted. First we was living in a neighbor's house, you know what I'm saying, in the basement, you know, sleeping on the floors, you know, sleep. You know, God willing. I thank them for allowing us to do that, because out of all the friends and stuff, so-called friends that we had, there was only a few people that even gave a helping hand, you know what I'm saying, to help us out. But God willingly, we was in the Coachman. We had to cook beans and all sorts of other food on a hot plate. I mean, it's real, baby. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no overnight success thing, and this ain't no, you know, suburban thing. You know what I mean? I'm from where everybody else is from. You know what I mean? We all have to struggle, we all have to do things in order to be successful, or even just to maintain a life. So that's what it's all about. I just wanted to, you know, bring you to a couple of places, you know what I mean? Important places that I remember, all right?
Hey, I'm Nancy Martinez, and my brother grew up with Travis, and then I know Travis, he's a little older than me, but not too old. But he's like an upcoming young black entrepreneur. I respect that because he's trying to do positive things in the neighborhood. He's always trying to get people in the community involved. And he has a lot of respect for women. He's just never trying to like get at you on some get in your pants way. So, but he's cool and he's also cute. He's available for you young ladies out there.
And who I've known since his adolescent days, one who, in my humble judgment, has always been into entrepreneurship. He believed in doing for self and having each one teach one, each one reach one, and each one support one economically. He believed in the value of the dollar being returned back into the community. I remember him as a young man who was a part of a Martin Luther King Young Adult Club in which I happened to be blessed to be an advisor. And from that time, he was always interested in entrepreneurship. I've seen him persevere, I've seen him struggle, I've seen him come through struggle, and all the while remain a smile on his face. That's what I've personally seen. I'm sure he's had other moments, but the fact that he can keep a smile shows to me his ability to stick to it, his ability to persevere, and the manifestation and the creation of his products have been top quality as far as I've seen, and I wish him the best of luck, or not even luck because we don't believe in luck. I wish him the best of skill in all of the things that he continues to do, for I know it'll be one that will enhance the community that he comes from, we come from, and it will be one that will reach worldwide, hopefully.
Peace, this is Imani. What's up? I know Rhythm, you've been doing this thing. Good luck with your clothing line. We love you. We know you're gonna do your thing.
Rhythm, what's good, baby? Alright? Yo, what up? This is Kurt, yo, from the Plains, White Plains, you know? My man Rhythm, yo, been through thick and thin. I know money from like, I don't know, 14, 15 years old, you know what I'm saying? We've been doing wild routines together, you know what I'm saying? Did a couple shows, The Tunnel. I know you gotta remember that, B. And Sound Factory, you know what I'm saying? Opening up for my man K-Wise, niggas move, jump, jack your body, you know what I'm saying?
This mentor for the past 15 years. Since I met Travis, the first time I met Travis, I realized he had some hidden talents. And I introduced him to my trade. But instantly, for some reason, it clicked. Immediately we started to excel in certain areas. Travis is very talented. He's very focused. Very pleasant, decent young man. I expect him to reach places because he's very motivated. And I have nothing but a lot of praise and prayers for him. Because the opportunity is there for him. I know he's going to make it. So try. Stay strong. Don't give up.
Lived in White Plains my whole life. I've known Travis since I was a little girl when him and my cousin used to play basketball together. And he makes the best clothes I've ever seen in my entire life. He's really sweet. He does his fashion shows. He has music going on. He's a very, very very, very, I'm sorry, Dad. He's a very, very determined person to do whatever he wants to do. So please come support him. His clothing coming in stores.
Thank you from Bad Boy. I'm just here to congratulate my man Rhythm on what he been doing on the grind, on the come up. So my thing is, I'm just saying congratulations on what he's doing. The most respectful thing is proceed and get higher and higher as you go. Just say congratulations to my man Rhythm.
So one of the production managers for the Jiggy Showcase, which is a fashion show with a talent aspect to it, and we're really excited this year because we have one of our own coming back and helping us out. Travis is really excited about the fashion element that we do at Jiggy Showcase. He's involved in promoting diversity, which is what we're really all about, and we're really looking forward to him promoting White Plains and fashion and everything he does, and mixing it in what we do. And like I said, it's always nice when alumni come back and give back to a place that we hope gave something to them. So that's pretty much what I'm about, and I'm really looking forward to working with Travis in the future.
Hi, my name is Suzette, and I'm a makeup artist. I've known Travis roughly about 7 years, and I've watched him pursue his career ongoingly, nonstop. He hasn't let any obstacles or anything stop him from pursuing his career and his dreams. And I wish him all the best and all the luck in his future endeavors. And you know that I love you always.
My name is Erica. I met Rhythm about 2 years ago through a mutual friend of mine. And my first impression of Rhythm was that he was very passionate about the fashion industry. My second impression about Rhythm was that he's not trying to mac in the company of two beautiful women. And thirdly, I said he must be very focused about fashion, and anyone that's so focused is going to do very well in this business. And I wish him the best of luck, even though he doesn't need any luck, because I feel that he's going to make it very far.
Y'all, this is Rhythm the Designer. Right about now, we down the way. Brought y'all back to the essence. We're at Eastview right now. This is like where a lot of things went down. You know what I'm saying? We played football here. You know what I'm saying? We played tag. We played, you know what I'm saying, baseball, stickball. We did a lot of big things here, man. And as you can see, it's like a lot of things have changed. You know what I mean? A lot of things that used to be for the kids, used to be for us, is no more. You know, they always building things here, but what about the youth? What about the kids? You know what I'm saying? What about the community centers? They tore down the community center down here. Where the kids gonna go? What the kids gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So people gotta realize that a lot of things is going on around you, and you just letting everything just slowly dissolve. You know what I mean? Slowly. So basically, I'm trying to build. This is the birth of an empire. I'm trying to bring all my soldiers together. You know what I mean? People I grew up with, whoever's down with the cause. You know what I mean? That's what the birth of an empire is about. It's not about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just someone that's delivering a message. But it's something incredible. You know what I mean? Every time I talk about it, every time I think about it, it's something incredible. You know, you feel me? A lot of things too, it's like people don't realize what the struggle is all about. Like a lot of times I used to go to fashion shows, riding the Metro North. It was crazy. You know what I mean? Midwinter, snowstorms, I would put all my clothes in a clothes cart and troop in the snow. You know what I'm saying? Get on a train, troop downtown with no money to get back. But I made it back. That's the fire. That's determination. Right now, there's no blood in me right now. Fire's in me, baby. Fire is flowing all through my body. That's desire. You know what I mean? I want to make it. So really, that's what it's all about. A lot of people may look at this and say, okay, you know, what's he trying to do? If you don't know, then I can't help you. Alright? Birth of an empire. One.
Rhythm the Designer, birth of a nation. Lord Judah, representing Sun Hot. How we doing this out here? White Plains, New York, Westchester County. And the birth. This is the birth, or the rebirth, or the regeneration, or just the continuation of what we've been doing. It's time for the world to see it. It's time for the world to recognize what we're coming with. And we're going to play a big part in doing that. You know, because it's about time that the artists come into their own and let the world see that the artist is the artist. Represent Sun Hot, Lord Judah. I'll show you a little something about the struggle. The struggle is this right here. The struggle is manifested out of a plan. This is the plan. This is the plan right here. The plan come out of where? Come out of here. I'm a man just like any other man that created this, created that, created all what's going on out here, trying to go on. And it's time. Went to school at White Plains High, had problems with teachers, had problems with this and that. They understand the plan. But the plan is right here. And just watch how this man and that man do. How do they plan? Manifest. Rhythm and designer, much respect for the inspiration, for much of the moves that's been made, that's continuing to be made. You know? That man do his thing. That man sticks to the plan, sticks to his script, not nobody else's script. You know? Definitely not nobody else's script. The designer. And he got some hot stuff too for you to put on your body. So sometimes we gotta go beyond the people that we trying to come to and bring it to, because in order for them to realize what we really coming with, they gotta see somebody else paying homage for some reason, for some odd reason. But it's gonna happen. God creates a plan, the devil creates a plan, God creates a plan beyond that plan, because God created the devil. So man gonna always, if you in accordance with the creator, you good.
And I'm representing my nigga right now. I don't mean to call him a nigga, but that's my man. We grew up like this, you know what I'm saying? Knee high to a grasshopper. My man Rhythm, the designer. You know what I'm saying? And this right here is the essence, you know what I'm saying? This is where everything took place for us, you know what I'm saying? We grew up down in this part of town. I know everything is popping across town, but this is where we started, you know what I'm saying? And from here, it changed our lives, you know what I'm saying? My man Rhythm, he started off, you know what I'm saying? That's my man in the whole shit, but my man put in a lot of work to get to where he's at right now. You know what I'm saying? A little caddy in here and there. You know what I'm saying? Because we had to do what we had to do to get our, you know what I'm saying, get our paper and look fresh, you know what I'm saying? So he tried, you know what I'm saying, he tried the hustling thing, you know what I'm saying? That didn't work for him, you know what I'm saying? So my man got into, you know what I'm saying, he was a dancer, you know what I'm saying, choreographer, / you know what I'm saying? He had his own style, you know what I'm saying? Right then, my man had to put him on, you know what I'm saying? Because this, like I said, this took place, you know what I'm saying? We was young. We was only in like 7th, 8th grade. We making moves, you know what I'm saying? We had our own group. We was choreographing, all of that at a very young age, but nobody really took the time and the effort to put into us like he's doing to the youth that he's doing now, you know what I'm saying? So I like to big him up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But let's get to the real saucy side of things, you know what I'm saying? My man, like I said, in between all that time where he was putting in that work, caught a lot of lumps in between that too. Don't get it wrong, my man Rhythm had a knuckle check, but at the same time, like I said, across town is totally different from down here. Down here, you only might have like 4 or 5 soldiers that's gonna go all out. You know what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, he had to do it by himself. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of haters out there, and there still are a lot of haters. But hey, look where we at today.
My name is Mitchell Wasserberg, the owner of Sewing Machines, etc. in White Plains, New York. And Travis Williamson is a customer of mine for many, many, many years, who I always enjoyed working with and selling items to: fabrics, notions, sewing machines, industrial sewing machines, sergers, and we've always spoken about his business and designing and doing clothing, and I know he can do it. He's a strong character and a gentleman, and whatever he does in the future I know is going to be good and very successful, and I wish him all the luck in the world, and a real gentleman.
Hi, I'm Travis' mother. I'm Dora Williamson, and Travis is he's a very hard-working young man at what he do. He's very good at what he do, and I hope and pray that he will reach his goal. He's smart and he's intelligent, and I'm proud of him. And I hope that his...
Seen him out there with the gear, always seen him out there with the clothes, the fresh gear. I wanted to get a piece of that. You know, he never took me on tour or nothing like that, but you know, we all keep it cool. We keep it cool, man. You know, that's my dog. I know he gonna make it. He gonna take it there, but he gotta take me on tour. You know, we need to go there.
Okay, this is my brother Travis. I've been knowing Brother Travis since he was an infant, and he's always been productive, very fashionable, very articulate, tactful, and I think that he will be an asset to any undertaking in society. And this is from Minister Ken 3.
How you doing? My name is Erwin. I'm the owner of Erwin's Barbershop. I know Travis for a number of years. You know, since he was hustling t-shirts on the local streets and trying to make a buzz. And it takes a lot of hard work and dedication. His brother been down for a long time doing it. And sticking strong to it too. You see, I know about it because I have my own business. And I know it takes a lot of hard work and dedication. And I see that in his brother here. So I know for sure he's gonna come over. Just don't forget me though. And we do got haircuts down here, half price. So come down here, come see us. You know what I'm saying? 65 East Post Road in White Plains, New York. Phone number is 914-285-9026. You can make an appointment. And hopefully I'll be doing Travis here, you know, while he out on tour. You know. I can be his personal style.
But it ain't all about me today. It's about my man Rhythm. This is one of the best dudes, one of the best designers in Westchester County. Matter of fact, in New York City, on the East Coast. You understand what I'm saying? Rhythm is bigger. He's bigger than Sean John, baby. We bigger than Tommy Hilfiger. We bigger than Fat Farm. Listen, if they don't roll right with us, we're gonna roll right over them. You understand? We're #1, baby. Rhythm.
Introducing Birth of an Empire. The prophecy has begun.
Yo, mine is the West is enforced, the question is yours. 20/20 dog, we reppin' the torch. And they be acting like they better than me. It's all good, cause these rappers about to hate the year 73. And the close is right too, but keep it open IQ. We put the game on his knees like an open rifle. A sewing machine's all he need like an open Bible. To make the logos on the T's match the motorcycle. Listen, they call me Jason Dog, I make the business happen. You probably see me in school rocking a rhythm jacket. They say I'm sick with rapping, colors on the kicks be flashing. I rock a chakra jersey for the city action. Or I'm in the crib relaxing, get it cracking if you got one. You ain't a real baller if you ain't trying to cop one. Respect the guy body like he got a hood on you. Rhythm the designer if he looking good on you. 10 years deep in the game, he's still fire. If you need clothes like a baller, he designing. All my real soldiers in the hood is still riding. 2020 vision, we building an empire. 10 years deep in the game, he's still fire. If you need clothes like a baller, he designing. All my real soldiers in the hood is still riding. 2020 vision, we building an empire. Weak sewing, cheap fabric, do we far from it? Something even better than a new Porsche coming. It's a new force coming, homie. How you gonna stop it? Deuce O, how you gonna rock it? I double dare one of you to hop up on the chakra. Ride at full speed, you think you flying in a cockpit. I be who the realest with. I felt the cold side of the world with no one to feeling with. You dealing with the empire, we the phantoms, dog, and we killing it. Straight to 160 in the road, we be killing it. Album coming soon and the clothing line thorough. From Black Plains, Westchester to all 5 boroughs. Holla at Rhythm/J-20/20, comma Phantom Tech, colon, getting chocolate. We holla back, spit a rap, take cash money, more problems, more fire, we the hottest. 10 years deep in the game and he's still fired. If you need clothes like a baller, he designing. All my real soldiers.
Don't worry about what I plan to do, trust me, I'm not the only one. Don't care what you hear about me, where you think you know me from. Where's my explanation, America? Cause you owe me one. You say there's a better way, you never bothered to show me one. I mean for real, cause every new day's a new bill. And when they know you're dying and seriously ill, they moving for the kill. That's you not still, but God forgive me, I will. See, my family gon' be hungry, who else gon' supply a meal? When people start acting funny, I simply apply the steel. Steel is way too hard to bend, but people will, they better. East side, west side, dirty south, let's ride. Everyday hustler, all the time grinder. East side, side, dirty south, let's
Say
ride.
you may not look for trouble, what if